recognizing number 14, Gerardo Gonzalez. Gerardo is escorted tonight by his father Gerardo, his mother Julie, and his sister Giselle. During his time in community baseball, Gerardo has been district offensive MVP his junior year. After graduating, Gerardo plans to continue his academic and athletic career at Rose State College in Oklahoma, where he plans to major in general studies and plans to still have the game of baseball in his life. From Gerardo, I would like to thank my family for all the sacrifice, time, and money they have given up to help me in my baseball career and in life, especially my dad. I thank him for being a great role model throughout the years and for showing me how to become a more disciplined and hardworking. I couldn't thank you for everything you have done for me. I love you. I would also like to thank Coach Onken for always trying to push me to be the best version of myself as a person and as a ball player. I always enjoyed our conversations about if the Rangers or the Astros were the better team. The memories I have made here the last 4 years will always be remembered and cherished, as I hope to one day play professionally and make all the hard work pay off. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Gerardo Gonzalez. Next, we have number 16, Robert Hargrove. Robert is escorted by his mother Norma, his father Brian, and his brothers Clayton and Jesse. During his time at community, Robert was elected to the Texas FCCLA State Corresponding Secretary for the 21-22 school year. He's elected Region 3 Vice President of Parliamentary Law for the 2021 school year. He's been elected to serve 2 years in a row as an FCCLA Texas National Voting Delegate. He's also qualified as a state solo and ensemble percussionist. After graduating, he plans to go to Texas A&M University to major in education and become a teacher. Robert says, Coach Onken, thank you for giving me the opportunity to play on such an amazing team and making amazing memories. I would also like to thank my parents for always supporting me and cheering me on. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Robert Hargrove. Next, we have number 21, Brett Parham. Brett is escorted by his mother, Sharon, his best memory is the catch he made against Kent. In the future, he plans on attending TJC this coming fall and majoring in business. He would like to thank Coach Onken for giving him the chance to play, and my family and friends for supporting me this season. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Brett Parham. Next, we have number 32, Joshua Schrader. He's escorted by his mother Stacy, his dad Justin, and sister Gracie. During his time at community baseball, he has been selected as a second-team all-district infielder both his freshman and junior year. After graduating, he plans to continue his academic and baseball career at Rose State College, eventually becoming an athletic director. Josh says, I would like to thank my parents for shaping me into the young man I am today, and all the coaches I have had that have pushed me to where I am today. I would also like to thank Coach Onken for telling me to pull my pants up below my knee before every game. Ladies and gentlemen, number 32, Joshua Schrader. And now, a word from Coach Onken. I would like to personally thank all the seniors and their families for their contributions to the community baseball program. I am blessed by you having been a Brave, and so is our program. You all have tremendous potential, and I'm excited to see where your journey takes you. Thanks again for letting me coach you, and once a brave, always a brave. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another big round of applause for our senior Braves baseball players.
Jessica, we'll help.
I'm sorry.
Can you just take pictures of me? Both Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to Nevada, Texas and Community High School for this district round matchup between the visiting Farmersville Farmers and your Community Braves. We'll begin tonight by introducing the Farmersville Farmers, beginning with their reserves. Number 7, Jaron Johnson. Number 8, Hudson Gray. Number 9, Brody Hillebrand. Number 11, Brajon Tidwell. Number 13, Mikey Klimick. Number 15, Jordan Herring. And number 19, Paxton Graves. And now for the Farmersville starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 1, Logan Dell. Batting second, pitcher, number 10, Cooper Strawn. Batting third, at first base, number 22, Jason Gomez. Batting fourth, catcher, number 30, Brady Gray. Batting fifth, third base, number 3, Aiden Marquez. Batting sixth, center fielder, number 5, Colin Berry. Batting seventh, number 4, designated hitter, Luke Wilson. Batting eighth, second base, number 12, Aiden Gray. Batting ninth, right fielder, number 2, Caden Norman. And the left fielder, number 14, Mason Irwin. Head coach for the Farmersville Farmers, Coach John Norden. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Farmersville Farmers. And now for your Braves. Beginning with the reserves, number 1, Josiah Sims. Number 4, Evan Throckmorton. Number 6, Caleb Marquez. Number 11, Cole Wiedemann. Number 15, Kitten Buse. Senior, number 16, Robert Hargrove. Number 17, Alex Garza. And senior, number 21, Brett Parham. And now for the Braves starting lineup. On the mound, batting first, number 7, Aiden Terry. Batting second, left fielder, number 10, Corin Ewing. Batting third, shortstop, senior, number 32, Josh Schrader. Batting fourth, catching, senior, number 14, Gerardo Gonzalez. Batting fifth, center fielder, number 5, Hayden Tanner. Batting sixth, first base, number 24, Justin Knight. Batting seventh, second base, number 2, Cruz Petty. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 8, Davis Stanfield. And batting ninth in right field, number 9, Donovan Hawkins. Head coach of the Community Braves, Coach Kyle Lonkin, assisted by coaches Jeff Payne and Chris Carboni. Tonight's umpires, Mark Johansson, and Ed Hansen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and join us as we direct our attention to right field and honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of the national anthem.
Friday night baseball on the Community Braves Network with a district championship on the line. The Farmersville Farmers come to Nevada to take on the Community Braves. Alongside Blake Zutti, my name's Chris Mykoski. Blake is a community high school sophomore joining us on the broadcast tonight. And Blake, I mentioned the district title, huge implications this evening, but it's also senior night, so a lot of emotions flowing through these community student athletes.
Oh yeah, emotions flowing. There's sadness, there's proudness, there's happiness. I mean, you clinch the playoffs, you're going to the playoffs, and if you win or lose this game, there's going to be sadness, but it's also going to be great when you win. And it's going to be sad when those seniors finally have their last game.
The good news is for the Braves, unlike softball senior night last week, which we had here on the network, for these baseball student athletes, it is not the end of their seasons. As Blake mentioned, they are headed to the playoffs, win or lose tonight. Farmersville, with a win, would have the title of the district outright. Community would force a tie atop the district. There has been a coin flip to determine who the number one seed would be if Community wins, but that information is secretive until this game is complete. Let's run down the Farmersville starting lineup. Logan Dale will lead things off and play shortstop. Cooper Strawn, the Texas A&M commit, pitching and batting second. First baseman Jason Gomez in the 3-hole. Then at cleanup, it's catcher Brady Gray. The third baseman is Aiden Marquez. Center fielder Colin Berry. Designated hitter is Luke Wilson batting seventh. Then second baseman Aiden Gray and right fielder Caden Norman to round out the starting nine for Farmersville. Aiden Terry on the bump for Community, ready to deliver the first pitch of this one. Underway with a strike right down the pipe. Here is the defensive order. Behind Terry, Davis Stanfield at third, Josh Schrader at short, Cruz Petty at second, and Justin Knight at first. 1-1 count. Gerardo Gonzalez catching that ball from Aiden Terry, his backstop. In the outfield for Community tonight, left to right, it's Corin Ewing, Hayden Tanner, and Donovan Hawkins. 2-1 count now to Logan Dale. again missing 3-1 after Terry delivered a first pitch strike. The following 3 all outside the zone. Count now full. The 3-2 pitch coming to the second baseman, Petty. Scoops and throws over to Knight. 1 up, 1 down. Top of the first for Farmersville.
Batting second, pitcher number 10, Cooper Strawn.
And Blake Cooper Strawn stepping to the plate, and he will be a force to be dealt with offensively and on the pitching mound tonight. He's headed to Texas A&M in the fall.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, he's a big guy. He's got that big zone. He's able to – you hit one right down the middle like that, that's – and he's got it timed. That's going to the outfield.
0-1 pitch about to be delivered to Cooper Strawn. Farmersville Friday night starting pitcher. Big hack. Can't catch up with it. Aiden Terry has him down 0-2. The 0-2 delivery to Strawn. Did he check? Did not. 3-pitch strikeout issued to Cooper Strawn. 2 up, 2 down for the Farmers.
Batting third, first base, number 22, Jason Gomez.
Pitcher Aiden Terry is a very accurate pitcher. Most of those have already gone right down the middle. Some of them a little out, and one of them hit the ground. But overall, right now, he's doing a really good job at pitching.
And right as you say that, Gomez plunked by the first pitch to him, hit by a pitch.
Catcher number 30, Brady Gray.
This is only Blake's second game to work with us on the network, and I can tell you this is the first time you've been struck with the announcer jinx. As soon as you say that Terry is pitching an accurate game, issues a hit by pitch. Happens from time to time.
It's a little embarrassing.
Not your fault. He can't hear you from all the way up here. First pitch to Brady Gray missing. Farmersville catcher. The Farmers donning the gold tops, purple letters and numbers, the white pinstripe pants tonight. The Braves also donning the pinstripes, white tops and bottoms, the blue caps with the white panels in the front, and the community arrowhead. Checking over to Gomez. As Terry checks his wristband for the communication from the dugout. Pitches are called by the community coaching staff. 1-1. Big hack at an off-speed pitch. 1-2 is the count. Farmersville beat Community 5-1 on Tuesday to claim at least a share of the district championship. Farmers would win it outright with a victory tonight. Community would force a tie atop the district with a victory. As we mentioned off the top, a community victory would mean a coin flip for the number 1 and number 2 seeds. That has already taken place. The information being kept a secret until after this one is complete. Coach Kyle Onken for Community wants to tell his players before anyone else gets that information, hence why we don't have it here in the booth. One-two pitch coming to Gray. It's outside. Two with 2 out. A man on first for Farmersville. We're in the top of the first inning in this final game of the regular season. 2-2 pitch knocked into right field. Donovan Hawkins, he's a great defender for Community, and to no surprise, he brings that one in. Farmersville gets a man aboard thanks to a hit by pitch, and they leave him stranded. We are scoreless through a half inning in Nevada.
16 pitches.
Welcome to a fast-paced edition of In the Know. We've updated our Bond website with new information, and we hope that you'll check it out. No matter how you plan to vote on May 7th, the important thing is that you make an informed decision. So head on over to communityisdbond.com to get more information, and if you have questions, get in touch with us through our contact button on the top of the page.
Live on the Community Braves Network, bottom of the first about to begin with Community coming to bat. And here is their starting nine. Aiden Terry, the pitcher, will lead things off for the Braves, followed by Corn Ewing, the left fielder. Josh Schrader at shortstop hitting third, and the cleanup man is Gerardo Gonzalez, the catcher. Followed by Hayden Tanner, the Braves center fielder. First baseman Justin Knight, second baseman Cruz Petty, Davis Stanfield plays third and bats eighth. Donovan Hawkins in right. All to face Cooper Strawn, the Farmersville junior. As I've been informed, he's an Aggie baseball commit, but won't actually head to College Station until fall of 2023 if that commitment holds up. Obviously a highly sought-after prospect, standing at 6'4" on that mound. You deal with that height, that can be intimidating to anybody who steps up to the plate.
That can be very intimidating, and if he's got power behind that arm, maxed with his height, that's going to be scary to go up against.
Cooper announced that commitment to Texas A&M on March 27th. Trying to get that out of the way with still a full season left to be played after this one for the Farmers. Aiden Terry, first pitch fouled away. We'll set the defensive order for Farmersville in just a moment. 0-1 into left field. It will go foul. Left fielder Mason Irwin tracking that down for the Farmers. In center, it's Colin Berry. And Caden Norman plays in right tonight. Around the infield from left to right for the Farmers, it's Aiden Marquez, Logan Dale, Aiden Gray, and Jason Gomez. Bradley Gray, the battery mate for Strawn. The 0-2. Missing inside. Terry, the leading hitter for Community during district play, a .394 batting average. Again, fouls it off.
Aiden Terry, we talked to Coach Onken about him. Coach Onken told us that Aiden Terry's probably his number one MVP. He's a great player. He's got great potential, and he also works great with the coaches.
1-2. Missing outside as Terry continues to battle in the first at bat of the game for the Community offense. 2-2 calls time after Strawn shook off a few signs from Brady Gray. Now the 2-2 offering. Again fouled away. Another 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Count now full to the Braves leadoff hitter. The payoff pitch right back to the pitcher. Strawn throws it underhand to Gomez. First out of the bottom of the first.
Cooper Strawn was ready for that one. He didn't even have to bend down or grab. It pops up on the mound. He grabs, jogs halfway to first, and finally gets out Terry.
And after a long at bat, Strawn finally able to retire Terry. Here's Corn Ewing. First pitch swinging. Got fooled there, 0-1. Heat coming from Strawn. Several radar guns out tonight. See if we can get a check on how fast he's bringing it this evening. One, two. The count to Ewing. Checked his swing, able to hold back. Ewing waits on the 2-2 pitch with one out. Swings right through it. Another fastball delivered by Strawn. Had some movement.
Strawn's giving the Braves some trouble with his speed and his height. I'm pretty sure he's pretty intimidating to those players.
Here's senior Josh Schrader. Honored before the game along with the rest of the class of 2022. He'll play college ball at Rose State in Oklahoma next year, as will Gerardo Gonzalez. Oh-2. Strawn quickly out in front. Schrader can't catch up with the high heat from Cooper Strawn. And Farmersville will head to the top of the second inning. Still scoreless against Community here on the Community Braves Network. Scoreless through one complete inning between Farmersville and Community. The District 13 4A championship on the line tonight. Aiden Marquez Leading things off for the Farmers, he'll be followed by Colin Berry and Luke Wilson. The Farmers 15-13 overall, 9-2 in district play. Community 16-9 overall, 8-3 in District 13 4A. Community very close, Blake, to reaching one of their goals this season, reaching that 20-win mark. 16 so far, and they should have some more chances to get to that point.
Yeah, they sure will. Coach Onken said he wanted a 20-game win goal. And if they win this tonight, they'll be 2 or 1 more away? 3. They will be 3 more away.
16-9 overall right now. And Marquez goes down looking. Second strikeout victim of the night for Aiden Terry. And in all reality, Community a little bit closer to that goal than the record may even show, as odd as that may sound, because they had several games canceled due to weather. That didn't happen, and they may already be at that 20-win mark.
Yeah, we had that freeze in February. It really messed up the season for these boys. I mean, when you have 3 games canceled because of ice, it can put a dent in your schedule.
Colin Berry fouls one straight back. We mentioned Terry hitting .394, been equally good on the bump for Community during district play. A 1.79 ERA. 4 wins, just 1 loss. This is his 6th start during district. The 2-1. Just missing inside as that ball moved a ton from top left to bottom right on the hitter. 3-1 in the zone. Count now full to Colin Berry. Right back through the middle. The diving Josh Schrader can't quite get to it. A 1-out single for Berry.
As we saw Schrader dive for the ball, he's willing to make that risk to try and get an out at first. It's worth it once you catch it.
Aggressive on defense to be sure. Going all out in his final regular season home game. A man on with 1 out for the Farmers. Aiden Terry getting the start on this Friday evening. Consensus MVP on this ball club, as Blake mentioned earlier. Does it all. Another check over to first. Got him leaning. Terry delivers tonight, and Colin Berry is picked off.
Justin Knight always set for a ball being thrown to him at first. Always set, no matter what. If he's just there, I mean, he's always ready. You never know what's going to happen or something like that, so he's always ready for it.
Berry leaning towards second base. 1 ball, no strikes, as now Terry works against Wilson with nobody on. Burst of energy shot into this Braves ball club with a successful pickoff. Trying to close out the top of the second. Shot foul. Past John Norton, the head coach of this Farmersville ball club, in his 10th season leading the Farmers. The 2-2 into center field, a one-hopper into the glove of Hayden Tanner. Wilson is aboard with 2 out. That'll bring up Aiden Gray.
Batting 8, number 12, second baseman Aiden Gray.
Aiden Terry, the junior, on the bump tonight, trying to help his senior teammates close it out in style here in the regular year. The 0-1 coming to Gray. Big rip, and that hits our home plate umpire. Tapped back. And I know Gerardo Gonzalez always makes a point to visit with his home plate umpire and lets him know, I'm here to protect you. So Gonzalez probably a little bit disappointed that he let that one get back and hit our umpire.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Onken about Gerardo. Gerardo, he's always caring for that umpire, which is a very good thing to do as a catcher, especially because I'm an umpire, and it's very nice to see players support their umpires instead of just talk down on them.
What age groups do you tend to work with?
Well, I think the oldest age group I've done was 12.
That can be a thankless job, to be sure.
Yes. Oh, yes. I've been hit plenty of times.
Between getting hit with balls and unruly parents from time to time.
Yeah, and coaches. I've had to throw a couple of guys out.
0-2 the count. Everybody back in position. Perhaps still smarting a bit, but ready for action again. The 0-2. In the zone. Gray goes down looking. Third strikeout of the night for Braves pitcher Aiden Terry. And we're still scoreless through 1.5 in Nevada, Texas. Gerardo Gonzalez, Hayden Tanner, Justin Knight due to the plate for Community. Scoreless, bottom of the second inning in this district championship affair. Community looking to pick up a co-championship. Farmersville with a win tonight would have the title all to themselves. First pitch to the Rose State signee, Gerardo Gonzalez. He had a nagging wrist injury midway through this season. Meant he couldn't bat from the right side. And also a midseason bout with pneumonia. He's had a tough time of it this year, Blake.
He sure has. I mean, pneumonia and a wrist injury, they don't really mix well together. But he's out. He's out and about today, and he's doing good.
One hopper to Colin Berry in center field. Gerardo Gonzalez aboard with a leadoff single. And Gonzalez will head to the bench in favor of a courtesy runner.
Hayden Tanner.
Evan Throgmorton now running at first base for Community. The courtesy runner, Evan Throgmorton.
Courtesy runner, Evan Throgmorton.
And Hayden Tanner stepping in for the Braves. In the dirt, Throgmorton thought better of it. Didn't get the break he wanted, had to stay at first. Check over to Throgmorton, a one hopper. Gomez able to scoop it. Tanner hitting .361 during district play. A team-leading 10 runs batted in. Swings at high heat. Tanner, a hitter that Coach Kyle Onken says has developed a lot over the course of his time here. The maturity level has escalated in a major way.
Yeah, maturity is a good thing in baseball. Hayden Tanner is not only just a baseball player, he's also a football player.
2-1, swinging at the pitch, hit and run situation, and they're able to get the runner at second as Tanner was unable to make contact, had the ball well outside the zone. The hit and run fails for Community, and Tanner will continue his at-bat with nobody on and one out. You like the aggressive strategy, trying to break open a big inning, but it doesn't pay off for the Braves.
Yeah, Farmersville is on top of it today. They know what's on the line, and they're going to do everything they can to stop the Braves.
The pitcher covering. Gomez flips it to Strawn, and Tanner is retired. 2 down for Community, and Justin Knight stepping to the plate. What a big bat he's shown all throughout district play.
24, first baseman, Justin Knight.
.379 batting average. .514 on base percentage. But maybe the oddest walk-up music in this district, going with the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse hot dog dance as he steps up to the plate.
It's a favorite.
A lot of guys like a song to pump them up, maybe something's a little intimidating. Not this young man. Just wants to make everybody smile, apparently. Maybe that smile as he walks up to the plate gives him a little bit of confidence.
Looking at the pitcher-batter standoff right now, you got
6'4" on the mound,
6'4"
Cooper Strawn.
Cooper Strawn against number 24, Justin Knight. But thing about Justin Knight, he's been one of the most dominant freshmen in this season this year.
Not quite 6'4".
No.
Big
Far
swing. Can't catch up with it. Knight goes down, and after a leadoff single by Gerardo Gonzalez, Community unable to capitalize. We're through 2 complete innings at the Community ISD baseball field. We are scoreless. Top of the third inning at the Community ISD baseball field. Community and Farmersville are scoreless. First pitch of the frame, grounded to Josh Schrader. Long throw across the diamond, goes wide, and Caden Norman is aboard. Schrader hung back on that one, and by the time he got the ball in his mitt, it would have taken a perfect throw to get Norman at first.
It sure would have. And the throw to Justin Knight, it was already touching the ground when it got to Knight, and Knight had to reach out to the side.
And that's officially ruled a single. And the Farmersville Farmers have turned the lineup over. Now back to the leadoff hitter in Logan Dale, who grounded to second in the first inning. First time tonight that Farmersville has put the leadoff man aboard. Not getting much of a lead. Showing bunt but pulling back is Dale. 0-2 count, now the bunt taken away. The 0-2 swung on and missed. High inside fastball that Dale can't catch up with.
Like I said before, Aiden, he's very accurate pitcher. He has his up and down here and there, but overall his pitching has been very accurate throughout this game.
On an 0-2 count, can really throw it anywhere thanks to a really dependable backstop in Gonzalez. And in that situation, called for the high heat. Strawn, first pitch swinging to the third baseman Stanfield, over to second, on to first, turning two. Norman, the leadoff hitter in this inning, reached safely, negated by a double play, hit into by Connor Cooper Strawn. Scoreless through 2.5 at the Community ISD baseball field. Bottom of the third inning, Community will send up Cruz Petty, Davis Stanfield, and Donovan Hawkins. Strawn has faced the minimum thus far. Gerardo Gonzalez did reach on a single in the second. But Evan Throgmorton, his courtesy runner, was caught stealing. 1-1 pitch. You may have heard Petty's walk-up music is Baby Shark, and we've been informed that the seniors pick the walk-up music for the freshmen. That explains the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse earlier and Baby Shark just now. Popped up in the infield. Brought in by Gomez.
Well, that's very nice that the seniors take the time out of the day to choose walk-up music for our underclassmen batters.
I'm sure that it gives them a great deal of pleasure trying to pick the most embarrassing song possible. I'm racking my brain that if I had that opportunity, what would I pick for a freshman? Those are two really good picks, though. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse might be the most inspired pick I've heard this evening so far. Davis Stanfield. He no longer has to have his music picked by the seniors. He's a sophomore. 0-1 pitch behind him.
Davis Stanfield was we talked to Kyle Onken about this. He was the only freshman on varsity last year.
A lot more this season. Onken's had to depend on several first-year players. Two 2-1 pitch coming to Stanfield. And seeing Davis steps in reminds me that we should talk about how odd a week it has been for community. Wednesday had their practice canceled because of a fire at the school, evacuated, kids sent home, and a few pitchers came out to throw, but everybody else did not get work in on Wednesday. I say that because I was directing traffic. That was my job, helping out the community PD, and Davis's dad was one of those I remember telling where to park, where to go. 3-2 pitch, and Stanfield is retired. Throw had to go over to first to complete the putout.
The fire canceling practice on Wednesday, it's hard to get to practice when you're only a freshman. You can't drive, you got to rely on your parents. So I don't blame them, but it's also it puts a dent in the team, and it's upsetting.
But Coach Onken also said that it really was not a huge blow to the team. They had just played on Tuesday night. Not much they would have been working on Wednesday. And at this point in the season, if you don't have it, you're not going to get it.
Right.
A lot like cramming for a test at the last second.
That is the worst feeling ever.
Donovan Hawkins. Sure-handed right fielder. Facing an 0-2 count. Well outside and in the dirt. Gray really didn't need to go to that much effort to block the ball with nobody on. Could have let that just go past, save his body a bit. Probably just muscle memory at this point, though. I'm going to go after everything.
Yeah, he's a designated catcher. If they had a listing like that, he'd get it.
See the big league guys sometimes let that go back to the backstop if it doesn't matter. But, again, you're programmed to do it all the time. 3-2. Cooper Strawn in danger of walking the 9-hole hitter. Doesn't do it. Hawkins swings through. Second K of the inning for Strawn and fifth of the night. We're still scoreless heading to the fourth on the Community Braves Network.
Welcome to a fast-paced edition of In the Know. We've updated our Bond website with new information, and we hope that you'll check it out. No matter how you plan to vote on May 7th, the important thing is that you make an informed decision. So head on over to communityisdbond.com to get more information, and if you have questions, get in touch with us through our contact button on the top of the page.
live on the Community Braves Network, Friday night high school baseball between Community and Farmersville. We are scoreless. I'm Chris Mykoski alongside Community High School sophomore Blake Zudi. Glad you're spending part of your Friday night with us. Farmersville can wrap up a district championship all to themselves with a victory tonight. Community, with a win, would force a tie atop the district. And the number 1 seed in the postseason would be decided by coin flip. That's already taken place, but it's being kept under wraps. If Community does win, we'll get the signal from Coach Onken after the game, and no doubt we'll be able to judge by the reaction from his student athletes during his post-game speech on whether they're the 1 or the 2 seed. We're going to see a lot of excited players if they hear they're number 1, and if they're number 2, still obviously excited to get the victory tonight, but would like to have that top spot. A long way to go to get to that point, though. Top of the 4th inning. Jason Gomez, he'll be followed by Brady Gray and Marquez. So far, Blake, a great pitcher's duel. The aces for both of these teams coming out strong.
Yeah, you got Aiden Terry versus Cooper Strawn for pitching. Almost like, I referred back to this with Justin Iba, it's almost like David and Goliath.
Well, Terry's been really, really good during district play as well.
Now batting, number 30,
Brady Gray now to the plate after a leadoff walk issued to Gomez. Second consecutive inning that Terry has allowed the leadoff man to reach base. A single by Norman in the 3rd, now a walk by Gomez here in the 4th. Three hits allowed so far by Aiden Terry. Waiting on the 0-1 after a check over to first base. Terry was able to pick off Colin Berry back in the 2nd inning.
Aiden Terry and Justin Knight making a great team trying to pick off anybody at first.
They have gone through that motion countless times over the course of this season, both in practice and here on the game field. They know each other incredibly well. Terry and Gonzalez, also a great team, and that one gets away from Knight. Runner down to 2nd. Gomez. Some frustration there. You can tell even from this distance on the faces of the Braves. Allowing Gomez to get down to 2nd base. The 0-2. Big swing and a miss by the cleanup hitter, Gray. Huge pitch there by Terry with a man in scoring position.
That is correct. But with Aiden's accuracy, if he's able to pull up a 3-up, 3-down out of his sleeve.
Well, the leadoff man is aboard, and now he's at 2nd base, so the 3-up, 3-down no longer available. But if they're able to keep him on the base paths, leave the man stranded, be a big victory here for Community. This is Aiden Marquez, who struck out looking in the 2nd. Here comes the 0-1. Just missing.
Gerardo being a wall, not letting any balls get past past him, because if that were to happen, they would have a guy on third base.
A lot of trust there. So much so that Coach Onken mentioned to us during our pregame visit that none of the pitchers on this staff are ever worried about spiking a curveball because they know Gonzalez will block it every time. It's a great tool, and he'll hone his game more at Rose State next season, heading up to Oklahoma. The 2-2, a hot shot through the left side of the infield. Gomez held at third base, runners on the corners for the Farmers. A solid piece of hitting by Aiden Marquez. And Farmersville looking for a big inning.
Braves having a little trouble closing in those gaps to get that ball where it needs to be.
Nothing you can do about that one. Perfectly in between Stanfield and Schrader. A line shot through the left side of the infield. And Colin Berry steps up from the left side. He singled in the second and proceeded to get picked off. Comes up with a chance to give the Farmers the first run of the ball game. Check over to third and then to first. Terry looking to induce a double play ball here to get out of the inning. The 0-1. Missing high and outside. The 1-1 with one out. Catches the low part of the zone for a strike, 1-2. Gonzalez and Terry both looking to the dugout for the sign. Both have it, ready to work. Again, another check over. That one nearly sailing past Knight, but he's able to leap and make the catch. One-two pitch coming. Missing outside. Man on first and third for Farmersville. The 2-2 missing inside. Count now full to the center fielder, Colin Berry. Another check over to first. Full count. Missing inside. Bases now loaded for Farmersville.
Now batting, number 4, Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson steps in. The base is juiced. No score. And Community needs to bear down.
That is true. Aiden having a lot of pressure on his back when bases are loaded and only one out. There's a lot that could go on. You could get a double play. All three guys could go in. It's scary.
That is the former there, the ideal outcome, inducing a double play, getting out of the inning. Terry has walked 2 in this frame. Gomez standing on third. Marquez at second. Barry at first. Designated hitter Luke Wilson. Looking for a huge moment. Lifts this one into deep left center. Caught by Ewing. He'll bring it home, but not in time. Farmersville goes up 1-0 on Community. Luke Wilson with the RBI sac fly.
Now batting, number 12, Aiden Gray.
Marquez and Barry stay put on second and first respectively. The RBI sac fly by Luke Wilson scores Jason Gomez. Farmers 1, Braves nothing. Always huge for confidence to get on the scoreboard first. Farmersville accomplishes that tonight.
They do accomplish that. It only took them about 3 innings, but they finally got there.
Top of the 4th inning when FHS goes up 1-0. Looking to clinch an outright district championship. And the number 1 seed in the UIL Class 4A playoffs. Big hack issued by Gray. 1-2 now the count. Big pop. Tanner calling for the ball. He drops it. Marquez scores. 2-0 Farmers.
Hayden Tanner is visibly frustrated from dropping that ball. I mean, that is the worst feeling in the world. You see it, you know it's there, and you drop it. I feel his pain right there.
That one going high into the sky, and some of those swirling winds tonight may have played a factor there with Tanner unable to bring it home.
Now batting, number 2, Hayden Norman.
We can see the flag in right field nearly at full blast, it looks like, as far as the wind goes, keeping that going very strongly. So when you get a little higher into the sky, wind may be whipping it around. First pitch swinging to the shortstop, Schrader. Over to first, and Knight can't scoop it out. Another Farmer scores. The throw to second, and the out is made to end the inning, but not before further damage is done. The Farmers go up 3-0 on the Braves. We're midway through the 4th inning on the Community Braves Network.
Aiden Terry with 67 pitches.
Welcome to a fast-paced edition of In the Know. We've updated our Bond website with new information, and we hope that you'll check it out. No matter how you plan to vote on May 7th, the important thing is that you make an informed decision. So head on over to communityisdbond.com to get more information, and if you have questions, get in touch with us through our contact button on the top of the page.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth, number 7, pitcher, Aiden Terry.
The Farmers get 3 in the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 Farmersville over Community. And the Braves back to the top of the order. They'll send up Aiden Terry, Corin Ewing, and Josh Schrader. Need to start chipping away at this deficit.
Braves having a lot of trouble with Cooper Strawn on the mound. I mean, he's giant, and he is throwing those hard and fast and straight. It's hard to go against.
And it's not just those overpowering fastballs, that he has several different pitches in the arsenal to trick hitters, just like we saw right there. Looking over to see if Terry swung through, and everybody was a little bit confused there. But as it turns out, Terry will be retired, strikeout, and then the put out to first base.
Number 10, Corin Ewing.
Corin Ewing, another freshman on this Braves ball club, and the seniors have decided he gets to walk up to Barbie Girl.
It's a jam.
Up high, Ewing struck out swinging in the first. Saw him turn away from that pitch. That ball eventually gets in the zone. Big hack at high heat. My eyesight's not quite good enough to catch the radar gun down there, but high 80s, low 90s coming from Cooper Strawn tonight.
I was hoping I was able to catch a glimpse of how fast he's throwing, but to no avail.
Stuff. There are a couple of radar guns, as Ewing is the latest strikeout victim from Strawn. That's 7 strikeouts through 3 2/3.
Now batting, number 32, Josh Schrader.
Couple of radar guns behind home plate, but the display is just a little too dark for us to read up here in the press box. Josh Schrader struck out swinging back in the first. One of the Braves seniors honored during pregame. Along with Gonzalez, Schrader will go to Rose State in the fall, play baseball for the Raiders. The Braves have won 3 of their last 4. They beat Sunnyvale in the back end of that 2-game series, then swept Quinlan Ford before falling at Farmersville on Tuesday. Braves led by head coach Kyle Onken. Been with the Braves for 4 years. 3-1 pitch hit Schrader in the back, and he'll head down, yell some words of encouragement over to his Brave teammates before he runs down.
Schrader absorbing that ball. He's not going to let that take him out of the game. He's going to let that hit and just keep moving on.
Josh seems like the type that'll only get stronger on a hit by pitch. He's not going to let that bring him down in the least.
Not at all. Not at all.
And here's his current and future teammate, Gerardo Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the only hit of the night against Strawn. That came in the second inning. First pitch to him. Missing high. Gonzalez, last year's district MVP. Rips through that. We'll see if he can make it back-to-back, although with the issues he's had with injuries and illness this season, that likely is out of reach. Those postseason awards will be revealed once all the teams in this district have completed their seasons. Whenever that happens through the course of the playoffs. Gonzalez is hitting .323 in district play. 7 runs batted in. One, two, high and outside. The 2-2 with 2 out. Gonzalez lets that one pass, and it'll be a full count. Strawn versus Gonzalez, a great showdown here. Future Texas A&M Aggie pitcher versus last year's district MVP. Payoff pitch. Strawn will pick it up and tag Gonzalez to end the inning. We're through 4. Farmersville leads Community 3-0 on the Community Braves Network.
Cooper Strawn with 64 pitches.
Welcome to a fast-paced edition of In the Know. We've updated our bond website with new information, and we hope that you'll check it out. No matter how you plan to vote on May 7th, the important thing is that you make an informed decision. So head on over to communityisdbond.com to get more information, and if you have questions, get in touch with us through our contact button on the top of the page.
Backed by the Community High School media team and Jordan Fitzwater, this is the Community Braves Network. Live action on Friday night at the Community ISD baseball field. Community High School sophomore Blake Zudi providing the color analysis. I'm Chris Mykoski, Community ISD social media specialist. Bringing you Farmersville versus CHS tonight. The Farmers looking to wrap up a district title and have it all to themselves. If the Braves can mount a comeback and win tonight, they would tie for the district championship. And the number 1 seed in the playoffs will be decided by coin flip. The picture much different if this result holds. Community would be in a playoff situation tomorrow to decide district seeding. With a loss this evening, Kaufman and Sunnyvale, if they win tonight, there would be a 3-way tie for second. And those squads would battle it out tomorrow in Royce City to determine seeds 2 through 4. Logan Dale, Cooper Strawn, and Jason Gomez up for the Farmers in the top of the 5th.
Catcher Gerardo is always adjusting to the pitcher. It's like he knows where the ball is going to go before it's thrown, every time.
A lot of trust, a lot of accountability between those two parties. A long run over to try to track down that foul ball. Justin Knight on his horse nearly got to it. Sunnyvale and Kaufman, both 7-4 in district play heading into this evening. Sunnyvale is playing a winless Quinlan Ford Ball Club, so you can chalk up a win there for the Raiders. Kaufman with a little bit more of a challenge, taking on a 4-7 Caddo Mills squad. But again, you'd expect both of them to win this evening, which would set up that 3-way tie if Community loses tonight. Down looking. Aiden Terry registers the strikeout.
Now batting.
That is strikeout number 6 on the night for Terry. The first of those victims was Cooper Strawn, and he returns to the plate.
Both of these pitchers have been battling it out all night.
These pitcher versus pitcher matchups are always intriguing. And that's what we have right now. So assuming Kaufman and Sunnyvale win, it would be with a Community loss if they're unable to come back tonight. It would be Community versus Sunnyvale at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning at Royce City. The loser would be the 4 seed. The winner would have to play again at 2:30 against Kaufman to determine the number 2 and number 3 seeds. But still plenty of time for Community to mount a comeback. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. And some big bats returning for the Braves. Still need 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Big swing and a miss. 2 consecutive strikeouts issued by Aiden Terry.
Now batting, number 22, Jason Gomez.
Jason Gomez, he was hit by a pitch in the first and then walked in the 4th. Came around to score the first run of the game for the Farmers. That big 4th inning where the Farmers scored 3 runs. The only offensive output tonight for either of these teams. Farmersville comes in having won 6 straight. They beat Caddo Mills on the back end of that 2-game set. Swept Terrell, swept Kaufman. And then won on Tuesday against Community. Heat from Terry. Gomez goes down swinging. All 3 hitters in this frame retired by way of the strikeout. We'll see if the Braves can get the bats going. They're down 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth on the Community Braves Network.
The all-district selections for the Community Boys Basketball Team. Honorable mention, Bryson Titlow. Honorable mention, Hudson Thomas. Honorable mention, Quentin Hall. Honorable mention, Tanner Abels. First team selection, Jonah Curry. And unanimous first team selection, J.C. Medlin.
Live on the Community Braves Network, Cooper Strawn will continue his work on the bump. He's faced just one hitter above the minimum tonight. Blake, what's been your biggest impression in watching Strawn so far?
A little scary, to be honest. He's a big guy, and he's throwing. I hear close to 80-mile-an-hour pitches, 80, 89. It's intimidating.
7 strikeouts for the Texas A&M verbal commit. He's a member of the class of 2023. And you mentioned that word scary, Blake. The fact that high school teams in this district still have to face him for one more year. You want to be done seeing this guy, but they have one more season left of seeing Cooper Strawn. Hayden Tanner, Justin Knight, Cruz Petty due to the play for Community.
First time I saw Strawn, I thought he was a senior. Turns out he's just a junior.
He carries himself like a senior, certainly plays like one.
That is very true.
And that's on me, knowing that he was a A&M commit. I assumed he was heading to College Station in the fall, but no, he just got that commitment out of the way early and still has time to change his mind into foul ground, spacious foul territory here at the Braves ballpark. Plenty of room. This is the second year for this facility. New turf put in before the beginning of the 2021 season. Improvements made all around. The baseball and softball field is getting the same treatment. And this is now one of the top venues in Collin County, if not all of North Texas. Big swing and a miss. 8th strikeout victim of the night for Cooper Strawn as Hayden Tanner goes down.
It's a great thing that they went with turf for the fields. When it rains, and there's a lot of rain, but on these fields, it drains so easily, and you can play a game. I mean, it's great.
Well, the amount of work that has taken off the plate of Coach Onken, his staff, and these student athletes, it's amazing how much more time they have in their days not having to maintain the field at that level. Farmersville, on the other side, still has the natural surface. So they have to take a lot of time maintaining that field, and they've done a fantastic job of it. I was out there on Tuesday night, and that's a gorgeous field that they have, and it takes a lot of time, though, to make sure it's just right.
Maintaining a baseball field is very, very difficult sometimes.
2-0 pitch fouled back. And that is a great venue over there with the shops beyond left field. Very cool spot. And the Farmersville Farmers playing up to that stadium this year. Their level of play has been fantastic. 9-2 in district play. Standing alone in first place at the moment. A walk issued. First one of the night delivered by Cooper Strawn. He did hit Josh Schrader with the pitch with what would have been the fourth ball, but it goes down as a hit by pitch, and this is the first official walk issued tonight.
Right.
Cruz Petty stepping up to Baby Shark, the freshman with his song selected by the seniors. We've heard Baby Shark tonight. Hot Dog Dance from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Barbie Girl.
Personally, I would want to walk up to the Scooby-Doo theme song.
And that would be your choice. That's not one you would give to a freshman as a joke. That'd be actually what you want.
Both.
It came out long after I stopped playing, but I always thought Hero by Foo Fighters may be the best walk-up song possible. Paints that picture of greatness as you step up to the plate.
You feel so empowered.
Two won the count to Petty. He popped out to the first baseman in his previous appearance in the third inning. Two-one pitch. Fouled away. Over towards the CISD softball field that's also hosting a game this evening. Playoff game between Gunner and Edgewood. The 2-2. Got him looking. Ninth strikeout by Strawn.
Now batting, number 8, Davis Stanfield.
That softball playoff game getting underway at 8 o'clock. Saw a good group of Gunner fans coming into the ballpark about an hour and a half before first pitch. Much like here at Community, those are fans that'll travel well to any sport, especially in the postseason. One-oh pitch to Stanfield, missing. Stanfield got some action on the pitching mound Tuesday, came in as a relief pitcher in the fourth inning and didn't allow any other Farmers to score, just allowed one hit during that appearance.
We talked to Coach about Davis, and Davis is a good pitcher. But Coach said he also does need some work, which is a good thing because he's only a sophomore. He's got 2 more years on the team.
You'd like to see Davis bulk up a little bit in the offseason, hit the weight room, add some more to that frame. The 2-2. Can't find the handle. 3 strikeouts on the inning by Cooper Strawn. That is 10 for him on the night. 3-0 Farmers over the Braves here on the Community Braves Network.
The All-District honorees for the Community Lady Braves. Honorable mention, Emma Sibley. Honorable mention, Jolie Buse. Honorable mention, Brooke Kurtz. Second team selection, Cameron Houseworth. And first team selection, Haley Chan.
We're live on the Community Braves Network. Friday night action between the Braves and the Farmers. Farmersville leads 3-0 as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Aiden Terry continues his work on the bump. In the 5th, he struck out all 3 batters he faced. First man here in the 6th is Brady Gray. He'll be followed by Aiden Marquez and Colin Berry. Terry, through 5 innings, has allowed 4 hits and 3 runs. Just one of those was earned. He struck out 8 Farmers and walked 2. 2-0 pitch. Can't find the zone. 3-0 count to the catcher, Gray. And now the first strike issued by Terry. He had a fly out to right in the 1st, a strikeout in the 4th. And after the first 3 pitches were balls, now the count is full to Gray.
That's the thing about pitching. You might be 3-0 like we just were. 3-0 to full. It can happen in a split second.
Finding that control. Now 1 pitch away from completely turning this at bat around. Three-two. Swinging at high heat and missing. The 4th consecutive strikeout victim of Aiden Terry. Starting off with that batter at a 3-0 count, comes back and strikes him out.
Just like I said before, pitching is full of surprises. You could go from 3-0 to an out just like that.
Well done by Terry to recover. And now Aiden Marquez and the Aiden versus Aiden battle. Marquez struck out looking in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and eventually came around to score. One of 3 Farmers to score in that frame. The only 3 runs of the ball game on either side. Into right field. Hawkins trying to chase it down. He does. Hawkins as sure-handed as they come out and right.
We talked to Coach Onken about Hawkins. Hawkins does not drop the ball ever. And when it's there, when it's ready and it's going to him, he's going to catch that ball no matter what.
Berry now for Farmersville. And that's not just hyperbole about Hawkins. You look at the statistics for Community during district play, and he is perfect. Has not missed a ball. 1,000 fielding percentage. One the count to Berry. He singled in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. Remember back in the 2nd, when he reached base, he was quickly picked off, was caught leaning. Missing outside, the count 3-1. Put him aboard, a 2-out walk issued by Aiden Terry.
Now batting, number 4, Luke Wilson.
No action in the Community bullpen, minus a couple of young girls running around enjoying the space. Terry nearing 100 pitches. He'll be over it by the time the 6th inning comes to a close. mentioned Barry was picked off earlier in this ball game. Going to be extra careful now, but he is heading to second base, sliding in head first safely.
He might have gotten safe, but Schroeder up with that jumping catch. That was a very impressive catch.
Did a good job to keep it in the infield. But Barry does take second. And Luke Wilson trying to bring him around. In the dirt, Gonzalez with throw down to third. Got him easily. Barry misread that ball in the dirt. Gonzalez brings it out, throws it down to third to Stanfield to close out the inning. Still 3-0. Farmers over the Braves, heading to the bottom of the sixth on the Community Braves Network. Live on the Community Braves Network, District 13 4A baseball. Friday night primetime action between the Farmers and the Braves. Farmers lead 3-0. Bottom of the sixth inning about to begin. Donovan Hawkins to lead things off, and back to the top of the community order after that for Aiden Terry and Corin Ewing. Heading into the inning, Cooper Strawn had thrown 84 pitches, threw 5 innings of work, allowed just 1 hit, and walked just 1 Brave. He has struck out 10 community student athletes.
The right fielder Donovan Hawkins up to the plate right now. He is the underdog of the team. He went from not being in the radar of Kyle Onken into being their best right fielder.
And that was a great question you asked of him during our pregame meeting, Blake, talking about who is that underdog who has really surpassed expectations. And it didn't take very long for Onken to consider the question and say, it's Donovan. Timeout called. Defensively, Hawkins absolutely fantastic. Offensively, has some work to do, hitting below 200 in district play, but he has come up big in clutch situations. Despite that sub-200 batting average, he has 6 runs batted in. Comes up to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning and now faces a full count.
Donovan's the real upper hand for the team. When something's going wrong, Donovan will find a way to make it right.
Just a sophomore on this very young community team. And he gets aboard with a lead-off walk. Could that be the spark that community needs? Getting the 9-hole hitter on base with a free pass. And now you turn it over to the top of the order, and your leading hitter in Aiden Terry, a .394 batting average on the season. On the district season, that is. His OPS above 1,000, and that will do it for Cooper Strawn. 90 pitches thrown, striking out 10 Community Braves, and his night is complete. And this could be a real turning point as the Texas A&M Aggie commit heads to the bench. We'll take a quick break and then tell you about the new pitcher for Farmersville. The Farmers lead the Braves 3-0 on the Community Braves Network. The new pitcher for Farmersville is the sophomore, Caden Norman. He comes in to pitch after playing in right field to start this game. Cooper Strawn takes his spot out in right. Strawn threw 90 pitches, 20 short of the limit of 110. But head coach John Norton deciding this is the time to make the switch. A little surprising, as Strawn, obviously your top arm, might want to get every single thing you can out of him.
Especially in a game like this.
Mm-hmm. With the district championship on the line.
But Farmersville up 3, I'm sure they're willing to take some risk.
And Norman will face the top of the community batting order now in Aiden Terry. Hawkins at first base. He walked to lead off the frame. First pitch swinging. Terry lifts this one to the second baseman, Gray. Bringing it in. One pitch, one out, recorded by Norman. And that settles the nerves there, certainly for the sophomore pitcher, able to record that first out on one pitch.
That's always a good thing. Always a good thing.
And here's the freshman, Corin Ewing. A pair of strikeouts to his credit so far tonight in the first and the fourth. Looking for some offensive output to get the Braves going. Ewing hitting .250 in district play. .633 on base plus slugging. The 0-1 swung on and missed. And the lanky lefty certainly has something. Norman's been hard to hit. Terry popping one up to the second baseman, and now Ewing having a hard time thus far. The 1-2 in the dirt. Two-two pitch. Again in the dirt and inside. The count now full to Ewing. Donovan Hawkins standing at first base, being held on by Jason Gomez. The 3-2 missing high and outside, and the Braves have two men on with one out.
This could be the Braves' turning point right here.
Now batting, number 32, Josh Schrader.
And the senior, Josh Schrader, with a chance for a huge moment for him and his team. They're trailing by 3. He has the potential of tying this game up with one swing of the bat. He comes up big in this situation. That's the kind of memory that sticks with you your entire life when you do that on senior night with the district title on the line.
Yeah, it sure will.
First pitch to Schrader, left side of the infield. Dale have a tough play, goes to third. That was the only opportunity he had. He's able to get the lead runner. Second out of the inning. Schrader aboard on a fielder's choice. Ewing advances to second. And now here's another senior with a big opportunity in Gerardo Gonzalez. Hearing cheers of "Let's go Gonzo" from the student section. Fouls that one off over towards the CISD softball field, where again there is a playoff game happening right now between Edgewood and Gunner. Oh, 1 into left center. That will drop. Ewing sent home. First run of the game scored by the Braves. The deficit cut to 2 runs. Farmers 3, Braves 1.
Now batting, number 5.
Gonzo delivers in the clutch on senior night, Blake.
I bet you that's Gonzo's plan. He wants to bring the team back from the dead.
Now down by just 2. And Throgmorton back at first base as the courtesy runner for Gonzalez. Also a runner taking the place of Schrader at second base. That's Cole Wedeman at second, taking the place of Schrader.
Cole Wedeman.
And Hayden Tanner with a bat in his hand. 361 hitter. Check over to first base. Nearly got him. What a laser by Gray.
Both catchers for both teams have been phenomenal this entire game.
Tanner's somebody who has the ability to potentially play collegiately in football and baseball. He's had a steady stream of recruiters on campus, including the SMU Mustangs here looking at him last week. You can just see the frame, the athleticism. Then you add in the maturity and the work ethic, complete package. Right back through the middle. Tanner delivers. Here comes Wedeman safely, and the Braves are within one.
Wedeman taking that risk to go to home and get that point for the team. It pays off. It pays off tremendously.
Now batting.
Gonzalez and Tanner in back-to-back at-bats, delivering in a big way for the Braves. The stop sign was held up at third base, and Wedeman deciding it didn't apply to him, and it pays off for Community. This is Justin Knight. Struck out in the second, walked in the fifth. Still 2 men on, 2 out for Community. We're going to add to this output in the bottom of the sixth.
We have lefty on lefty action here. Justin Knight being a lefty, as well as Caden Norman.
Norman, the sophomore, delivers that one and fools Knight. Sophomore versus freshman. A couple of young men who will be big-time presence for their respective ball clubs over the next few years. 1-2, nearly fooled Knight, but he was able to resist. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 men on for the Braves. Swings through it. And Norman gets out of the inning, but not before giving up 2 runs to Community. The Braves within 1. We're heading to the top of the 7th inning at the CISD baseball field. Farmers 3, Braves 2 is our score.
Welcome to a fast-paced edition of In the Know. We've updated our bond website with new information, and we hope that you'll check it out. No matter how you plan to vote on May 7th, the important thing is that you make an informed decision. So head on over to communityisdbond.com to get more information, and if you have questions, get in touch with us through our contact button on the top of the page.
Number 4, Luke Wilson.
7th inning on the Community Braves Network. District Championship Friday night. Farmersville leads Community 3-2. Farmers looking to pad their lead, and they are 3 defensive outs away from winning the district outright. If Community can mount a comeback and win this one, it would be a co-championship between these two teams, and a coin flip would decide the number 1 seed in the state playoffs. Luke Wilson, Aiden Gray, Caden Norman due up for Farmersville to face Aiden Terry. He had 98 pitches entering the inning. 110 is the max. If you hit that number, you can complete that at bat. No matter how you slice it, not much left for Terry. Into left field. Ewing backtracking, up against the wall. Wilson with a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 7th for the Farmers. As Community looks to track the ball down, Wilson will stay at second. Big knock for Farmersville. That has one side of the stands fired up. As with a very short distance to travel, plenty of FHS supporters found their way over to Community tonight. And after the double, Wilson will sit down in favor of a pinch runner. It's Jerron Johnson.
Pinch runner, Jerron Johnson.
Johnson standing at second base to relieve Wilson. Gray showing bunt. Throw over to second. Schrader can't bring it in. Ball gets away, but not far enough. And Johnson has to stay put. Really nice quick move there by Terry. Knight charging from first base with Gray showing bunt. Lays it down to the third base side. It goes foul. Had the right idea on placement. If that one goes fair, he may have easily beaten that one out. With Stanfield playing back. Again showing bunt. Gray pulls back this time. The strike is registered. 0-2. The bunt now out of play. So Gray unable to accomplish the task of moving the runner over with the sacrifice bunt. Now swinging away with an 0-2 count. Lifts it into center. Tanner under it. Brings it in.
He's not dropping that one this time.
Now, Tanner had some defensive issues earlier in this contest. Sure-handed this time.
Now batting number 2, Caden Norman.
And this is Caden Norman, the Farmersville relief pitcher, batting out of the 9-hole. This will likely be the last batter that Terry faces. He's up to 105 pitches. Swing and a miss, flailing at that one on the outside.
It's pitcher versus pitcher once again. This time we have the sophomore, Caden Norman.
0-1. Now 0-2, and if Norman goes down quickly, Terry may have another batter in him after all. Missing. 1-2 the count. Norman reached on a single in the third and on an error in the fourth. Looking the runner back, now coming home. High and outside. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Count now full. And this now officially is the final batter that Terry will see. Left side of the infield. It gets past a diving Schrader. Johnson held up at third. Norman aboard with a one-out single. Runners on the corners for Farmersville. Heading back to the top of the order for Logan Dale. And a new pitcher for Community will have to come in.
Aiden has held up very well, pitching 110 pitches.
Gets the handshake from Coach Onken, handing the ball over. And it'll be Schrader taking to the bump for Community. We'll set the scene as Farmersville continues in the top of the 7th inning after a short break here on the Community Braves Network.
Now pitching for the Community Braves, number 32, Josh Schrader. Now batting, number 1, Logan Dale.
Josh Schrader, the new pitcher for Community. First pitch swinging by Logan Dale. High pop fly in foul territory. Justin Knight brings it in. One pitch, one out issued by Schrader. That's now 2 out for Farmersville.
Number 10,
In the top of the 7th inning, and Cooper Strawn steps up. Runners on the corners, and the future Texas A&M Aggie looking to add to the Farmersville lead. Huge situation for Schrader. First pitch fouled away. Schrader making his last regular season appearance on this field. Senior night for the Braves. Oh, 1 gets away from Gonzalez, and Farmersville adds a run. They now lead by 2. It's 4-2 Farmers over the Braves.
Gerardo looking visibly frustrated because, as we said before, he's a wall. He blocks every ball, but there's always that one that just gets away. It's hard.
A rare one to get past the senior, Gerardo Gonzalez. A wild pitch by Schrader. And it's a 4-2 Farmers lead and you worried about the big bat of Strawn adding to what Farmersville already has, they're able to play another without him having to swing the bat. Two one in the zone. Now count 2-2 with 2 out and a man on second. Cooper Strawn is 0 for 3 on the night. What a huge accomplishment it would be for the community pitchers if they're able to hold him to 0 and 4 on the evening. That one missing. Throw down to second. Terry can't bring it in from Gonzalez, but Petty able to contain it. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Payoff pitch coming to Strawn. Swings through it. Josh Schrader getting it done in relief for community. And now the Braves come back to the plate. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters due up for the Braves. They trail by 2 on the Community Braves Network. The Farmers add an insurance run in the top of the 7th inning and now lead the Braves 4-2. Community will send up its 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters in the bottom of the 7th. Cruz Petty, Davis Stanfield, Donovan Hawkins due to the plate. Cruz Petty, a late addition to this roster, joined the team at the Christmas break, moving over from Wiley. What a great addition he has been for community. Played second base in every game but one for the Braves this year. And that time he moved over to shortstop, a constant presence and only a freshman. Hitting .286 on the season in district play. 1-1 the count.
This could be a big turning point for the Braves. You're only down by 2. You need 3 to pull it in.
Pressure-packed situation for everyone involved, including the pitcher, Caden Norman. Came on in relief, running in from right field. Now looking to close things out for his Farmers and give them an outright district championship. 1-2 missing outside. To the protest of Farmers fans along the first base side. The 2-2 fouled straight back. Two to Petty. Here it comes. Lets it go past. The count is full. Only one time tonight has Community allowed the leadoff hitter to reach. That'll happen a second time. Petty with a leadoff single, providing a spark to the Braves. And Davis Stanfield looked to bring him around.
Now batting, number 8, third baseman, Davis Stanfield.
It's hard to quantify the pressure that all of these young student athletes must feel in this situation. Their team down by 2, senior night, biggest crowd of the season against their rivals from Farmersville.
It can be daunting, very daunting.
For Davis Stanfield, the sophomore, the 1-0 pitch, again low and inside in the dirt, and that'll lead to a mound visit for the Farmers, trying to calm young Caden Norman. If Community can launch a comeback and win this one, the Farmers and the Braves would be co-district champs. A coin flip, which has already taken place, would determine the number 1 seed and number 2 seed in the state playoffs. If Community loses this one and this result holds, the Farmers would be outright district champs, and the Braves would fall into a 3-team playoff for the 2, 3, and 4 seeds. That is assuming Sunnyvale and Kaufman win tonight, which they're expected to do. If the Raiders and Lions both win, it would be Community versus Sunnyvale, 11 a.m. tomorrow at Royce City. Two won the count to Stanfield. Tapped foul. And you look at that 11 a.m. start time, that'll be difficult for everybody involved, that short turnaround, if it has to happen.
Let's hope not. Let's hope they bag this win today.
They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Here in the bottom of the 7th. A check over to first. Out-of-town scores, not as easy to come by as we might like. We'd love to give you an update on those Sunnyvale and Kaufman games. We'll see if we can track them down. And in fact, we do have the Sunnyvale results. They win 10-0 over Quinlan Ford. That one was expected, as Quinlan Ford is winless this season in district play and only has 1 win overall this year. And then Kaufman has beaten Caddo Mills as well tonight, 12-4. Thank you to our scoreboard watcher, Russ, for tracking those down for us tonight. So with those results, if this score holds up, the situation would be exactly as we expected with a 3-team playoff tomorrow. A walk issue to Stanfield. 2 on, nobody out for Community. And the potential game-winning run will step to the plate in the person of Donovan Hawkins.
Now batting, number 9.
Like I said before about Donovan Hawkins, he's always there to help the team. To help the team win, he's going to do his best to hit this ball.
The job for him right now would not be shocked if he's asked to lay down the sacrifice bunt and move these 2 men into scoring position. So far, not indicating anything. And in fact, does not show bunt. Will Coach Onken let him swing away throughout this AB? So again, to recap, with Sunnyvale and Kaufman both winning, as expected, if Community loses tonight, Community versus Sunnyvale, 11 a.m. at Royce City. The winner plays Kaufman at 2:30. The 1-0, right down the pipe. If Community wins it, they don't have to worry about all that mess tomorrow. They would be co-champs and either the number 1 or number 2 seed in the state playoffs. This time he does show bunt, but pulls back. 2-1 the count. Hawkins keeping the Farmersville defense on their toes. 2-1, showing bunt. Can't lay it down, though. Visibly frustrated with himself, unable to make contact. Have to flush that quickly.
You gotta
Not
do
let one
everything you
mistake
can.
turn into 2. 2-2. Hawkins, good eye, and holds the bat back. Full count.
There's so much running through this facility right now. Nervousness, happiness, excitement. Every emotion is here, and it's a lot.
Missing. The bases are full of Braves. And the lineup turns over. Aiden Terry, Community's leading hitter, will step to the plate.
Number 7, Aiden Terry.
Petty reached on a single. Now he's at third. Stanfield walked. He's at second. And Hawkins walked. He's at first. Bases full. Nobody out for the Braves. A mound visit here for the Farmers. And they will make a pitching change, it appears, as Mason Irwin trots in from left field. We'll set the scene with Aiden Terry about to have his biggest AB of the season. We're live on the Community Braves Network, Friday Night Baseball at the Community ISD baseball field. The Braves with the potential game-winning run now stationed at first base. Chris Mykowski alongside Blake Zutti. Mason Irwin is the new pitcher for Farmersville.
Now pitching for Farmersville, number 14, Mason Irwin.
Bases loaded for Community. Nobody out, and Aiden Terry steps to the plate to face Mason Irwin. First pitch for the third pitcher of the night for Farmersville. Terry, the leading hitter for this community team, the consensus MVP. Coach Kyle Onken could not stop singing his praises during our pregame meeting. All-around player, great leader, and right now with an opportunity to lift his team to a co-championship in District 13-4A. The 2-1. Into center field, backtracking over the glove of Barry. Petty scores. Stanfield scores. And Community looking to win this one. They'll send the runner. He's in there safely. Donovan Hawkins comes home, and Aiden Terry is the hero. Community wins. Your district champion, Community Braves. A bases clearing shot by Aiden Terry to win it for CHS on senior nights.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two teams. Your Community Braves are co-district champions.
Well, now Kyle Onken, he gives us the thumbs up, and Kyle Onken gives a thumbs up to the box, and this is not official, but based on what he told me in pregame, that means CHS will be the number 1 seed in the state playoffs. We don't want to announce that only because I'm almost positive that's what he meant when he looked my way and gave me the thumbs up. I don't want to say for sure on the PA and get everybody too excited, but based on that conversation and that hand signal, CHS will be the 1 seed in the playoffs. And what an incredible way to end the regular season, Blake.
Everybody in the stands just said, what a game. What a game it was. Remember how he said before Donovan is willing to make his team win? Last run of the game right there.
Brought him around. Petty, Stanfield, and Hawkins all score thanks to a bases clearing shot by Aiden Terry. The coaches meeting in the middle of the field. Let's stick with this just to see the reaction from Community. Let's stick with it to see the conversation as Onken heads back over to his team. I want to see the reaction when he goes over and tells the team. I imagine he's going to tell them right now whether they're the 1 or the 2. And they'll go out into left field. And this may take a little bit, so we may need to break down. But nonetheless, man, Blake, final thoughts.
Oh.
Just tremendous outing by the Braves coming in the clutch in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Oh, man, that full of excitement. I was nervous. Just a tremendous game.
Well, let's see if they give them the information right as they start this meeting. I'm expecting a big celebration once he tells them whether they're the 1 or the 2. All right, here we go. Coach Kyle Onken turning the team around to give them the news in this post-game discussion. He wanted to be the first to tell them this news. And there is some celebration and reaction. I think that's the reaction we were looking for. Community heading into the postseason, unofficially the number 1 seed in the state playoffs out of District 13-4A, the co-champions alongside Farmersville, 2 great ball clubs who both have a chance to make a run in the Class 4A state tournament. Blake, pleasure. Looking forward to doing this with you for years to come. Only a sophomore at Community and taken to the mic already.
Yeah, It's daunting, but it's enjoyable. I like it. I like it a lot.
So for Blake Zudi, Jordan Fitzwater, the entire CHS media team, my name's Chris Mykoski. Thanks to everyone involved. We look forward to following the Braves in the state playoffs starting next week. You're watching the Community Braves Network.